Well, Leo Sayer is our special guest right here on Studio 10 today. And it's now time to find out more details about this award-winning artist. I can't imagine you in a church choir, Leo, but this is how you started
Going back
out.
a long time ago. Yes, and by the way, I'm loving being a panellist. I love being a panellist.
Yes. Loving having you.
I look after all your cars later and beat them into shape. Yes.
That's a panel beater.
No, I learnt to sing from a wonderful parish priest. This is many years ago. And he was, had one of those golden voices. Even when he talked, it was just like gold.
I could
so
see
he
you
taught
as
me
an
to sing.
angelic little choir boy.
I was. Oh, for the wings of the Lord! Oh, the wings, for the wings! I can't get the quiet there anymore.
Pretty good.
I was a boy soprano, and I got taken to all of these Catholic family and Catholic priest, and I got taken to all these cathedrals around England and did this solo, you do the sung mass, and I used to kind of be the Dominus vobiscum et cum spiritu tuo, and I looked very angelic as well. I
you've
just
still got
had
the
the look down.
curls.
I was very popular at funerals because they really liked me. So anyway,
And you're a songwriter before you made it as a singer, and you wrote some songs
yeah.
for The Who's Roger Daltrey.
That's right, yeah. Well, I was making my first album called Silverbird. It was back in 1972, 73. And Roger Daltrey, we had a chance to go and work in his studio. And he just said to me, love the songs. So in the end, yeah, he just asked me and David Courtney, my co-writer, for a full album of songs. So we put that out before my first album, and it worked because everybody said, who's the guy who sings the songs for Roger Daltrey? He writes the song for Roger Daltrey, and so it went. And he's still a good friend, Roger.
So how then did you make that transition from being a songwriter mainly to actually performing and being the centre?
Well, I was already doing it, actually. I was already doing little shows, not as Leo Sayer. I was Gerard Sayer, Jerry the harmonica player. and I've got one in my pocket.
Oh,
I've got one in my pocket.
Oh, yes.
So I was kind of doing, this is what I used to do.
Oh, yeah.
So I used to... I was what they call a harp player, and I used to be in lots of blues bands, and I played with a lot of famous people. I played with guys who were in the Rolling Stones and everything before I was doing it. So I'd been around a little bit on the scene. I guess I'd never taken it seriously because I thought everybody in the music industry gets ripped off.
Oh, you look very serious there.
Yeah, that's where it all started. This was the first TV appearance in England on BBC Two's In Concert.
Wow.
And I remember getting locked in the dressing room just before going on, hardly making it to the stage. And I remember the makeup took... Because I used to appear like this as the Pierrot. So the first year of my career, I was all in makeup.
Yeah, right.
And went right through America doing that. They didn't know I was me, actually. It was very interesting because
What was the idea behind it? Was it just to stand out? Or?
It was kind of... Well, it was a very interesting time. A lot of people had gimmicks and things like that. But I had this favourite character from a film, movie called Les Enfants du Paradis, the Children of Paradise, and I loved this character. And somebody said, how do you want to look? And I just said, well, like this. And I put the makeup on, and I thought I could get away with anything. Because like not like the earlier rappers that we saw just earlier on, I didn't have a lot of confidence, and it's something to hide behind.
Yeah.
And you could kind of meet your audience, but they didn't really know who you were. And in America, they didn't know what I looked like. And I used to come out to gigs afterwards, take the makeup off in a limousine,
and they wouldn't
come
know
back
who you
round
were.
to the front door, and stand there, and people would kind of say to me, like, hey, who are you? I just said, that guy was great, wasn't he? I mean, fantastic. Oh, my God, he's going all the way.
Leo, super quickly, talking about being in America, there's all of these allegations which Bill Cosby has denied.
I've worked with Bill.
Yeah,
I did about a year of touring with Bill. Fantastic performer and amazing on stage. And I got to know him pretty well. I kind of think the jury's out on this one because I've got to say there's one thing about Bill that a lot of people are not thinking about in this equation. He's one of these guys who was just nice to everybody. And while we were working together, I never saw anything like that. But I guess the jury's out, who knows? I mean, strange times, guys. That's all I can say. And a lot of friendliness towards people is now perceived as persecution. you know, and so we're in difficult political times. It'd be interesting to see how it pans out, but, you know, for me, Bill was a great guy.
Yeah.
Now, you've got a national tour around the country next year.
New album called Restless Years coming out in January.
Fantastic.
And on the Fanfare label. And very, very proud of it. All new songs. And basically, the band that were with me in the studio will be touring with me across all the states next year from February into May, actually.
And all the details are on
all the details. Come and see us, folks.